Students, welcome back. It has been a while, but I have returned to talk about core exercises, how to build a strong core. There's a difference between having usable abs and visible abs. You see, visible abs are made in the kitchen, like most people say. Well, they're revealed in the kitchen, not made. You still have to work. But having abs, six-pack, is very nice and everything. But when first getting into calisthenics, most people are lacking this, a strong core. Now, a strong core is very important because your core, that being, is literally the center of your body. It's the center mass. And so that means every workout you do, or every calisthenics move you do, you're going to be using your core in some way, some more than others. Like the human flag, the dragon flag, you activate your core. And I would argue the core is probably the most important muscle in your body because, like I said, it's literally in the center and it extends outward. You use it in each muscle. It's like the battery to the car. That's not your heart. Your core is more important. Ab training, that's not what this is. You can get abs through having a strong core, but you can also have abs without a strong core. It's a bit different. But now, the thing is, to build a strong core, what we want to do is more isometric exercises, not isotonic. That is the key difference here. So isometric exercises are ones where the workout is holding your body in a certain position and you're engaging your spine, you're activating your spine, trying to keep it stable. Because what we want is stability. A good core is probably the most important part of having a strong core. So the thing is, isometric exercises are holding your body much more stable. Isotonic exercises are ones where you move, kind of like lifting weights, doing pull-ups, sit-ups. Those would be isotonic exercises. And those can be good, but you notice a lot of people use them for ab blasters, like a 20-minute ab blaster, because they really want to see their ab muscles really quickly. But the thing is, while that does, you are strengthening your ab muscles, you're not using your core, and you're not using your spine, so it's not really going to build your core the way you want it. Because things with most calisthenic exercises, whether you be moving or holding still, most of them are going to be some form of isometric exercise. Even the ones where you are moving, you're going to need to keep your core stable. We'll get to it later in the video, but dragon flags are one where you're moving around, but you're trying to keep your core stable. That the key of the core is to have good stability with your core muscles. It's not sitting as a six-pack, though it will give you a well-defined six-pack. It will give you a well-defined six-pack if you train it properly. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you how to get a stronger core. What we're going to do is go upward. Get stronger cores so we'll be able to do more calisthenic exercises. The thing is, this is the foundation. Everything else you do, you want to build on having a strong core. You need it. All right. There are a lot of strong people with weak cores, but they're not as mobile and flexible as you and I. Now, going over the exercises, let's start at the beginning. Beginning planks. Planks are the bread and butter. You've done them in school, more than likely. You've heard about them. Planks are very basic. They're very generic, but they're good for a reason. Because it encapsulates the stability factor that I talked about before. Where you really get in position, hold it for as long as you can, but really engage your spine and sort of suck in your stomach because you're activating your spine more, and hold it for as long as you can. Try not to move around a lot while doing planks because that's kind of negating the entire point. You want to stay still. The planks are a very good one. And make sure you're upping them by time because you're also upping your time under tension, which is going to what? Give you more muscle. Time under tension is how you go to failure with anything. But with planks, since you're not moving and you're not doing reps, what you're going for is time. So isometric exercises benefit from having more time under tension and not upping the reps. So they're very easy to calculate how good you are at planks. Now, next is hollow body holds. And I like to call them the reverse planks because you're lying on your back, but you're still keeping your spine stable. So you will be engaging your core. and you will have your feet out, legs out. And again, like with planks, you try not to move because they are isometric exercise. Some people find them easier. Personally, I do actually think they are easier because you're not using your other appendages to keep your spine in place. You're using just your back, and you're trying to keep your arms from falling instead of keeping your body up with the plank. So now after that is going to be leg raises. Specifically laying on your back on the floor. Now some people it does hurt the back. I know quite a few people it does hurt the back to do, but no pain, no gain. It is going to hurt your lower back. This one more than the others, because this one is actually not an isometric exercise. Now, you might be wondering, is this a contradiction? Well, no, not necessarily, because I'm not saying you cannot use isotonic exercises to build a strong core. I'm saying most of them are isometric. A lot of calisthenic moves, like the human flag, like the a lot of moves that people do, handstands, they are largely isometric because you're just holding one position. But you can build it through reps. And the reason I added it here is because it's fantastic at building that sort of stability. And it can build stability if done right. So you are still building stability even while using an isometric exercise. Alright, so what you're going to do is lay on your back. Make sure you have your legs fully extended when you do it. And your legs should be going up like this and down like that. Or this is your head. Your legs should be going point out like this and then up. And actually past the 90-degree angle just a little bit. So like 92 degrees. With your toes pointed out. So not like in this picture like our buddy here. Now those are the beginner ones. Those are pretty easy for most people to do. Sorry, I should say they're pretty easy for most people to get good at. Now the other ones are advanced. So after you've completed the beginner phase, you want to move on to the advanced ones. We're going to start with dragon flags. Popularized by Bruce Lee, dragon flags are, I would say they're the single best ab exercises of all time. You're taking the leg lift, the isotonic movements of the leg raises, and also incorporating the hollow body hold mechanism. So the hollow body hold is hard enough on its own. But imagine if you're trying to lift your legs in the air. Now it's impossible because you're just laying on your back. But if you had something to grab onto, that gives us the dragon flags. Enter the dragon. The dragon flags are very good. Again, because they are isotonic, they have to be done properly and with very good form for them to be effective. When just starting out, you can cheat a bit to sort of bend your knees when you go up, then slowly go down. So you want to count the reps when you're going down. It's not so much about lifting your legs up, it's keeping your core stable when you're putting your legs down like this. It's going to be very hard, and you'll see. Now next is going to be L-sit, which is, like I said in another video, a calisthenics beginner move. This is not an advanced move. So you can do it as a beginner. That is to say that the other things you will be doing later on are so hard that L-sits are actually a beginner move by default. And lastly, we arrive at hanging leg raises. Now, hanging leg raises are what gave me abs. They are what my favorite, I would say, ab exercise to do. To get a six pack. Now, there's two variations of this. So a lot, there should be two. Regular leg raises are just done on your back. Hanging leg raises, obviously because of the name, are done when grabbing a bar. Now this can lead to arm fatigue, so you're going to want to do it first before you do any pulling exercise in your workout. Hanging leg raises are very difficult because you can't cheat as much while you're up there. You don't want to rock back and forth. You want to, again, keep your legs and toes pointed outward and lift them up. And this is going to require a lot of core compression, which is something that the L-sit trains really well. Because you notice you're in the same position as the L-sit with your legs fully up. Now, it also is going to train your hip flexors, and we'll train those too. But doing hanging leg raises will get you to do other exercises like toes to bar, or the V-sit. Or I guess I should say that's the L-sit. These are killer. These are way advanced. but we're not ready for those yet. But we will be eventually. So, the hanging leg raises they sound very simple. What you want to do is start with hanging knee raises. If you're not quite there yet, start with hanging knee raises, and you can work your way up to hanging leg raises. Now, I did say this is a 2-part exercise because working your obliques is going to make your abs far more usable in motion. So again, this is isotonic. So this is isotonic, this is isotonic, this is isometric. Learn the difference. You're going to need this for this test. The alternative to hanging leg raises is side hanging leg raises. So they are working your obliques because instead of just focusing on the front set of abs, if you turn your legs to the side and still raise them, it's going to target right here. You're really going to strengthen it. And that will also give your ab that sort of, shredded look with the lines of your abs. These have been the core workouts. These are the best core workouts I would say to do to not only get a six-pack, but to get a strong, usable core. Some work better than others, and of course, some are much more difficult than others. But by and large, your core is the most important part of when getting into calisthenics and even advancing to higher levels. Your core is most likely the thing that's stopping you. Because you see there are very skinny people, there are very fat people who can do handstands, who can do Nordic curls, all things like that. The core is what separates it. And those are the muscles on the inside, not the outside. So, do these exercises, build yourself a stronger core, and advance through the levels, alright? And remember, stay flashy.